Julia, you mentioned nostalgia as well, which is a big, certainly for adventure games, it's a huge thing. It's still one of the kind of defining factors. And a lot of people, when you mention adventure games, they would probably say, "Oh yeah, I played some of those games as a child, or I played them growing up." And what are your general thoughts on nostalgia? And I suppose how can we use it for good, like the three of you have done?
Sometimes people ask me, "Oh, are there any arcade sequences in the Crimson Diamond?" Because, back in the day, there were these old adventure games and they were notorious for having these arcade sequences. And I said, no, because I have no idea how to do that. And that was a guiding design principle for a lot of my game. And that just so happened that what I wanted to make was also what I felt was within my capabilities to do as well, where okay, no arcade sequences. There's nothing, there's no other types of systems involved here. It's as simple as I could make it for it being a text parser adventure game. I stream on Twitch as well. And part of my stream I do at the end of the night is I play like old adventure games from back in the day. And that's a great way to look at design and sort of analyze, well, what is something I'm not too pleased about playing on this one, and what's really good that they're doing here at a time when the genres weren't so well defined and people were still totally figuring stuff out. And a lot of the time it was based on these design considerations and not to do with like how am I going to sell 500 million copies of this. It was very much more, we want to make the best game possible. The decades that have happened in between, and also as Jan mentioned, we have better tools now. And our resources are much better. I think someone told me the Crimson Diamond, if it was put on floppy disks, it would be like more than 40 floppies. And wow. I don't have to worry about that. And I can put in more art and more animation. I can put more music in it because of the fact that we have these tools now and the capacity to kind of release games that can transcend what was happening before. I'm going to take those lessons and I'm going to put out something that plays how we remember them playing and not necessarily how they actually played back then.